listening to RyteSideRadio Radio's
DotKom.
Head tilted, red swing.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is another episode of Right Side Record. Well, Right Side Radio on FXBGPublicRadio.com. I'm Nick, as always. DuckSauce.com, Lady Pink in the building. But before we get started, we'd like to say that the views and expressions of this show are just the views and expressions of Right Side Radio, not the views and expressions of the guest or the host of the. Just the views and expressions of the host and the guest of the show, not the views and expressions of FXBGPublicRadio.com. That being said, it's Friday, October 11th. DuckSauce.com, Lady Pink, what's going on?
What's going on? Nick is fucking up on this Friday. That's what's going on.
Already, man.
Struggling. I don't have nothing written down on here, man. Y'all give me a script, I'll read that shit.
We are off script.
Right.
This is an off
There's no
script.
script.
Yeah, this is a live show.
We
man.
just need you to learn how to work the buttons.
feel like
we need
this
you to
mic
learn
is
how to
live.
work the buttons. Look at him. He can't even work the mic. What you doing over there?
I hope I don't break it.
You getting snaky over there.
There you go. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me
Good.
now? So what's going on with this week, man? We missed last week, but so I guess we got 2 weeks of stuff. What's been going on for the last 2 weeks?
Shit, I can't remember.
And there we go.
It's been 2 weeks. I don't know what the fuck been going
It's 2
on.
weeks. What
We
the fuck
trying to
y'all
get
been
our
doing?
mental together over here.
What
Yeah.
y'all been doing?
Trying to get our
Working,
Working.
big working,
Or
little
not.
working, kinda working,
that-
working on working.
Was that direct?
Oh.
No, if I would have just been like work,
Yeah, work.
you put whatever you want.
You
to that.
fucking figure it out. That means. Fucking
I
work.
figured out what I've been figuring out. You figure it out.
Work.
Cause work, goddamn.
Yeah,
That's all I know is work.
So you've been keeping up with what's your boy's name? You been keeping up with the Tekashi?
Who?
You
Little
know,
bro.
Oh, little bro with the motherfucking
Little bro just got a $10 million record deal.
dude. It's fucking wild when they say that. It's mad.
How do you snitch and a label offer you $10 million, dog?
That
That's how the
motherfucker's
word
so
works.
hot, though.
What the fuck?
His
Yeah,
music
hot is the right
sucks.
word. That's
Yeah,
the
dude,
right.
he has-
That's the right word.
he
He
had-
hot already.
His
Yeah.
music is ridiculously not good, but he's got some sort of appeal. It's funny because Casanova, he was beefing with Casanova. Casanova, real OG. He was talking about it yesterday. He was like, man, I don't want no smoke with that kid, man. He was trolling me so fucking hard. He was like, I don't even know how they was taking my videos down. He was like, man, I don't want no smoke with that kid. He was like, man. And he was like, I almost fucking did something to him in real life. And he was like, it come to find out, he wasn't even, like, he could have been an informant or not. He's snitching now, but they already had people, like, the guy that was in the car with him
His driver
had a wire on him. And
was
he was
the
like,
police.
I would have fucked around and did some, like, shit to this kid. And he was, like, off of what he was saying.
I think
And
it's
I would have
fucked
got
up.
in trouble. He was like, I just thank God that I didn't actually do anything.
Fuck him because he a snitch.
Yeah.
But all around the board, he had that shit fucked up because your driver, come on. If you don't
They
trust
already
nobody, you trust the motherfucker that's driving you around
Somebody that's
every
with you.
day.
Right.
Like, if
They know you.
Especially if you're doing crime.
even if they really don't know you, as much as they
But
drive
see-
you start to confide in your driver, and the whole time he the police. Like,
9 times out of 10, it's those people.
that's crazy. And you just telling them
There was like
everything.
3 or 4
He
of them.
knows
That's
everything.
why.
He sees everything.
They already knew, which is why, too, I think you brought that up, too, when you was like, man, I don't know, like, with his situation, after they did him dirty and shit, where you're like, of course he's going to snitch on him. Like, I don't think you should snitch on anybody, but, like, of course you could see that shit coming
if you didn't think that was
he
coming.
wasn't a gangster, you treated him like a gangster, and you gonna fuck his wife and kill his mom or some shit. This motherfucker snitching on you.
Robbed
Here.
him. Nah, take all that.
Kidnapped his ass and
Robbed,
shit.
Here.
took his money, kidnapped him.
He's snitching, he's a kid. He was trying to make money. Y'all
Doing them
motherfuckers was
dirty.
doing some shit.
And then you lock this motherfucker up and come to find out his driver was a snitch.
That's what I'm
his
saying.
niggas was robbing him. like your back against the wall like that, you like, man, fuck.
I'm not going to do 40.
43 years for all these
$10
niggas?
million
Fuck,
worth of deal. I got a $10 million deal, bro. I'm about to go home.
He didn't get that until he started snitching.
But I'm just saying, that's why.
That still doesn't make it right.
He-
Fuck that.
No,
nobody said it's
we're
right.
not saying that in
No,
that
it's
aspect
wrong
of it's right for him to do it.
100%.
But I'm just saying, for him to be like, fuck them niggas, I feel him on that ass.
It makes
Yeah.
sense, is what I'm
But I
saying. He's
ain't
not a
gonna-
gangster,
I ain't gonna
so
go tell him
that's
when
what
you-
he's
Right.
going to do. That's what you would expect someone who's not in the shit to do.
Right.
And especially when you treated him like he wasn't.
Right.
That's what.
But
When they
actually,
paint all the
if you-
recordings that they have of everyone else in his game talking shit is talking about them violating him.
Yeah, but if you really think about it, like honestly break it down and think about it, what would you do in that situation? Like if it was your life on the line and they want you to do 43 years for a bunch of people who don't
But
like you,
if everybody,
I can
that's
see
why
if you're doing it for your niggas.
they played the
Or
video.
niggas who fuck with you
Right.
and niggas who got you, but you're actually about to do 43 years
They-
for niggas who robbed you, kidnapped you, was gonna kill you,
They sit your
fucked your
kid
bitch,
ass down.
stole your money, and at what point is you not being a real
Well,
nigga
he's
because
a
you
kid.
like I ain't going to jail for them
Nah,
niggas?
hell
Like,
nah.
you know what I'm saying?
I mean,
That's the
true.
reverse. It's not your people, and that was a big thing. What everybody was saying about
Now him going to tell on other people,
him
that's
not
crazy.
being
Yeah.
safe, and they were like, he might. They're like, he's gonna be safe whenever he comes home. It's like all the people are locked up. Like, who's gonna make a hit out for some dumbass motherfucker that's locked up with your ass? Like, you know, the people that run his gang. He's like, they're not big members. They were only big because this kid was.
Right.
They're repping this kid.
Right.
So they had no other. Like, they weren't. No one's losing money except for the fact that we no longer have this kid here bringing in millions of dollars for us. Wasn't nobody paying nobody's bills? That kid was paying everybody's bills. So
and
you're
they
like,
was robbing him.
that was your hustle, was the kid, and now the kid,
Now you want this kid to do these 43 years
I
for you?
guarantee you,
Like,
he's talking about life.
Yeah.
And he's like, what a life. And then they sit you down, and they got the damn recordings, and every recording, Jim Jones is on the recording. Hey, man, y'all need to violate this kid. There's everybody like, yo, this kid's not a real gangster. You need to violate him, and you do whatever you want to him. You listen to that shit when you first go in there, and then you're looking at life in prison. You're like, what you want to know? And also, you got to think too, as being a kid, if somebody's playing you voice recordings of you and the other people that they got your ass, dog. They've been.
Yeah.
It's not a joke, dude. It's not TV. You ain't gonna beat that. You have voice recordings
They
of me.
got
Somebody
you.
was wearing a wire.
So now you literally just at the point is
Oh,
like,
shit.
all right, I can say I'm this gangster and prove to the world I'm this gangster for not telling on
This is TV.
everybody
Go to
that
jail.
hate me. Or I can say fuck these niggas like they said, for these niggas wanted me
Right.
dead.
They wanted me dead. They're trolling.
like
And that's,
what the fuck?
That is.
So
It's a
like
big
I don't
deal.
respect the snitching part, but I respect them like, man, fuck y'all. Y'all niggas wanted me
Yeah.
dead.
Well,
Fuck
it said
y'all
too,
niggas. Like, I ain't
the
got no love for y'all
conspiracy,
niggas.
the conspiracy theory behind it. I think Hot 97 was talking about this. Ebro was talking about this, and he was like, when he got that charge a couple years ago about having that underage sex video or whatever. They're like, maybe he been working with the feds since then. They plugged him in on that deal, let him off on that shit, and you know he went on like the troll tour. He would go show up in people's cities and antagonize them to come out and fucking do something to him. They got wires and shit on, so you like, oh man, come out and I'll be in Chicago at fucking 12 o'clock and blah, blah, blah. And
But you gotta think when he quit
They're like,
that
he
sex
might have
shit,
been
he was
working with
broke
them
when
for-
he quit that sex shit.
for a minute, but that's why.
He was just on probation when he had the money, but he was broke when he quit that sex shit.
But they were saying that maybe that's when they flipped him. They were like, yo, flip, because the gang that he works with, not even in his neighborhood. He went to another gang from another neighborhood, and he rocking with them now. All of a sudden, you got your charges clear, and now you all over here doing this big fucking shit. People are paying for it. It's you out here on this world tour.
Yeah, because he working.
Because he would show up in California, though, Cali, and be like, yo, come out to the, show up in New York and do it to Casanova. He did it to, like, Waka Flyer or
He
somebody
fucked
else. He
everybody,
did a
baby.
couple where he would show up to their cities, though, and try to antagonize them into doing violence. Right. So you were trying to get other people busted because you was a Fed already.
Right.
Before they got arrested, they're like, you got flipped on your first charge, and they put you in with these people. They're like, yo, we got the gang right around the corner from your house. We got a tap on the driver. You gonna be safe. go out there and get us some shit on these guys, and we gonna let you skate.
But I don't know if he knew his driver was white.
I don't. That's what I mean. That's why it's just a big. It's a big question on what they knew and how many of them were actually flipped before.
And we'll never
But
know.
I feel like
it's a big thing.
If motherfuckers go get this motherfucker album when he come out, they some sucker ass niggas.
I've never liked any of his music
Me
in
neither.
general.
Yeah.
I know not
I
one
can't
of
say
those
that.
songs is good to me. I don't know one. Do you like one?
What? Yeah. Like, hold up. Let me get it started. Leave me with the Rarries. Looking all retarded. What? That shit.
I don't even know
I
which
don't
one that is.
That's what I'm saying.
I know
don't
everything
I
I've
don't
heard.
know if it's Go
scratching
More.
me.
I don't know the
know.
name of that shit, but that one.
I know he's got some records that
Literally,
sold, but
literally the only song.
I feel like he only makes music for the people that want to just turn. Like, that shit gives me a headache. For real.
it's troll
Like,
music though.
That shit.
I ain't like that shit. I was fucked up. We was coming back, and I accidentally hit it, and it played.
He was like,
And
oh,
I was like, oh shit. Like, that shit just get you so goddamn hyped.
right.
That's what we call snitch music. I ain't doing no snitching. But that's snitch rap now.
Right.
You got your
Yeah.
mumble rappers.
So if you like
you got
it,
your
it's in your
gangster
blood.
rappers. And then you got your snitch rappers. Because when he come home with this $10 million, he going to be making snitch music. And
But it
that's
said
what
he was
it
gonna be
is.
able to pay for his security because he's like, I'm not going into witness
$10 million,
protection.
of course he going to be able
But
to pay.
Casanova was saying that too, though. Yesterday he's like, ain't no
He
one.
already has security. He has the police on his
But
side.
that's what Cass said. Cass was like, yo, who you think? If you stupid to think that if this kid come home, someone gonna put hands on him? It's a federal witness.
Right. That's
That
like
he's
killing
the
a cop.
It's just
Yeah.
as bad.
Anybody
So he
can be
does
touched.
have.
You
he
can't
does.
because
Anybody.
you're a witness.
He's gonna get security to make it
That
look good,
is-
but he
Listen.
already has
It
security.
is the same as killing a
Anybody
cop
can
once
be
you're a
touched.
federal witness.
So-
Well, no, he's just saying you think based off of the kids. He was like the kids that he put in jail. You think they got people
Oh,
on the
yeah,
streets
nah,
that are
they
about
don't.
to go
Yeah, they don't.
that are about to go touch
They
a
don't.
federal witness, or
Right.
just off of your cred,
Now-
someone's
now,
gonna go touch a
if-
federal
Right.
witness?
If he told him some big boys, some real live niggas, oh yeah, they gonna get him up
That's
out
a
of here.
capital
Yeah, they'll
murder
He'd
charge.
have been up out of here already.
You
Yeah.
get capital murder though for
They would've
fucking with
handled it
somebody that was a
accordingly.
witness for the
Absolutely.
But you
police.
gotta
Capital
think,
murder.
he's in
which
a
is
federal
life.
jump
That's the
right
needle.
now. He in a federal joint right now. You don't think there's somebody in there that can't touch that nigga?
They could, but I mean that's what I'm saying. That's a life, bro. That's a L. You
People
get a
don't give
life
It's a whole chain
People
of
don't give a fuck.
reaction. though.
over who though?
Listen, I'm just telling you.
With
this-
When
the
it
story,
comes,
though,
it's
look, when
literally
it
people who
comes, when
don't
it
give a fuck
comes,
about shit.
when
I
it
don't
comes
think-
to that gang shit and what they stand for, where he's at right now is somebody that can touch him. And it's somebody that will take that L.
He's
Okay,
in
I
WITSEC.
know, but I know if I touch
Everybody.
him,
Yeah.
if I touch him, I'm either I can off myself or whatever, but they know it's the end.
Yeah.
So somebody gonna sacrifice,
That's-
basically.
If somebody, if it was somebody willing to give that person that security blanket, like, man, you do this shit, your family ain't got to worry about nothing. You ain't got shit to lose. You in here forever anyway.
That's
Right.
the whole
They're
point.
like, what?
Take one for the
I'll
team.
take this
Right.
nigga. You
Everybody
give my
looking-
family that money first.
You gotta look at the whole story though, because you know damn well with everybody.
Let me be in the feds for life, and they
some-
tell me
if
I'm gonna
you-
give your what? I got 5 motherfucking kids. Tell me
Yeah.
my kids ain't never ever got to go to work ever
And you know it's
But you
legit.
gonna take the needle though.
I don't give a fuck. I ain't coming home anyway.
Right.
But that's the whole point. How do you know after you gone that they gonna fucking pay for it?
No,
They
they
gonna
gonna
put
when
you
it
to
comes-
death.
Do that
When it-
first.
Or
You get death
But
penalty
see,
for killing
when you're dealing with something like
capital
that,
murder.
when somebody presents you with a deal like that, like you know it's solid.
But the thing is
You know what
that
I'm saying?
they
You know,
weren't.
especially in the streets,
They
you know
didn't
it's
have
solid.
gang pool. They had money pool based off of the
what
kid
I'm
that
saying.
wasn't a gangster.
Yeah, yeah.
So they had money
But
pool.
what I'm saying is there's some.
They don't have
if-
money.
If he had told him somebody that was like worth something,
That's what I'm saying. They
They'll
told on
get that
that's
nigga
where
touched.
that's where they're looking at. That's what Cass will say. He's like, it's not the mob. And he's like, and other people in gang culture are looking at this like, man, y'all loafing the whole fucking time. You guys got drivers with fucking tabs too.
And
Like
It's
the
all-
money's coming from the kid who snitched on you. Your drivers were already tapped. They already had y'all
and then you paying your driver.
before
Right.
the kid.
drive on
You
your
pay
payroll.
Before
and
this
he telling
kid-
on you.
Tell on you.
They were going to bust your ass before this kid. Either way, you were getting busted. Without the
So
kid's
he getting
testimony,
paid twice.
you were going to get busted. He gets out. He's the one who's making the money. He's the kid who could be like, yo, I know I told on so-and-so, but like, yo, I got some money for you to not fuck with me. You know, he's the one in that position The gangsters that are in there, they're locked up, they're making the money off him, aren't getting no checks no
I
more.
know, but one
Yeah,
thing
ain't no
for
more money
certain.
coming.
So you ain't got no, hey man, I give you 10 stacks to go hit my mans. They're like, that motherfucker getting $10 million. Like, I'm gonna talk to him about hitting you.
Yeah,
he might, he might
But
give me
see-
100 to hit
But
you.
see, the way the streets work, they gonna find a way to eat off that 10 million and take care of the situation
That's why
because
everyone else
he
is
got
going.
the money.
They
don't.
gonna do the same. The people that are on the streets are
And
gonna
guess
treat
who-
him the
guess-
same way as
guess
his
who
old
gonna
gangster
fuck-
friends. You got $10 million,
Right.
we got you. Ain't no one
and guess
touching
who
you,
gonna
bruh.
fuck with him? Yeah, it's gonna be somebody he least expected.
We got you, bruh. We got you. Got 10 mil? Shit, man.
'Cause
We
it
didn't
has
even
to
care
be-
about
it has to
Shotty
be-
and the other guy. Man, they wasn't even really doing
They
it.
ain't fuck
The-
with you anyway.
Right.
man.
The
Fuck
fucked
them
up thing
get a
is,
million.
it has to be answered, whether it be today, tomorrow, a week, or 6 years from now.
then. It's gonna happen.
He's gonna answer to it.
I guess.
But the fact that he did get that $10 million record deal is saving him because he's paying somebody.
I think it's a big. Well, he had backing. Takashi's guy that was backing all their funding is one of the. Remember we were talking about this. Is the son of one of the biggest owners of one of the biggest record labels in the world. His son is the guy who was backing all of their projects.
Right.
So, boom, as soon as they threatened him, they all got locked up. Boom, he's getting out working with the cops, getting all these fucking deals, and then already got another deal. Like, he was the guy who was in, and that's the industry. The industry is backing that kid.
Who you know get signed
I
to a
just think-
$10 million
I
just
record
think
deal?
Tupac didn't
6ix9ine
even get signed that much. Tupac
$10
signed his fucking thing on
million
a
record
napkin
deal.
with Suge.
I just think 6ix9ine, if you ever see this, you're a bitch. Fuck you.
I think the most they be
I
doing niggas
doubt
is
that he
like,
would see this show, but
He might.
I hope not.
well, nah, hold
it
on.
away
I
from our
think
shit.
I think Rick Ross got
Right.
what? Rick
Allegedly.
Ross, they
It's the
they offered Rick Ross
Allegedly.
what, like $100 million.
Yeah.
But it took Rick Ross how long to get $100 million? You know what I'm saying? When he came out with the Mastermind, they offered him $100 million.
He got 10 million because he working with the people.
He got $10 million because he's a troll.
And
he
it's
sells.
he
He
might be a
sells.
snitch.
His- his- his-
he
his
does
personal
sell.
own sales.
I'm not gonna discredit him, but
It's
at the same
crazy.
time, he fuck around and took 5 million, and the people said it was 10 million.
That's what Cass was saying though. He's like he trolls so fuck. He's like I don't know what the fuck kind of marketing and backing they had, but he was like they wouldn't let him in clubs and shit in New York. He's like because this kid they're sneaking this kid in the back and they won't
Right.
let me in to play shows
Right.
because we got beef. I got beef with this kid and he's not even selling records.
And the fucked up thing
And
is
they got
that's-
me getting kicked out the club because I'm a gang. Like
And
he's
he
a real
a so-
gangster,
yeah,
and
he
he's
gonna
like they
handle
think
shit
I'm gonna
accordingly.
fucking do something to this kid. They want the kid though. The kid's getting the Instagrams.
Not
He
saying
said,
he gonna react, but he gonna.
but he said I never.
As
He
he
said
should feel like
he
that.
said he put something up on there. He said tell everybody to fuck Casanova. He said 10 minutes later, man, 100,000 people are on my fucking page. Like fuck you, your music sucks. He was like, man, that shit traumatized me. He's like that kid, man. I don't know what the fuck that kid was doing, but man, he was like. I don't want no smoke with no
That just-
trolls. He's like, I don't believe anything that's on the internet is even real anymore. He's like, I don't
That
even
shit-
know.
He was just making
fuck
young
is
people
real?
music.
It just reverts back to how fucked up society
It's
is.
trolling.
Nah, yeah.
And people
It is.
follow your troll more
be
than they
so-
follow you.
The ordinary citizen be so fucked up in the head, and they see this person not giving a fuck and fucking up shit and standing on couches
It's
and
funny.
and doing everything. So they draw to it. So that's all them followers to feel like shit for real
Well,
because
so do the kids, because the kids are the ones who do that. They
do
do
that,
the stupid
yeah.
shit on the internet where you like, dog, I've done stupid shit before, but I would have never done that on cell phone video, even if there was video. You know, like, yo, we about to smoke weed with the guy at McDonald's. Let's get a video of it.
Right.
I was like, what the fuck? We're doing something
And
illegal,
look,
bruh.
that all plays into niggas posting they sack on motherfucking
Oh,
Snapchat,
yeah.
Instagram.
That shit
Like,
be crazy,
nigga,
too.
do you know I will rob you? I'm looking into the camera. Hey, listen.
Oh,
Allegedly.
A nigga-
I know, I didn't know
nigga
what-
post a whole
Yeah.
Yeah.
bag.
You had me, yeah. I was about. I
You
didn't know.
post that you in the what y'all fail to realize is y'all. I'm gonna tell y'all about yourself so I can save y'all real quick. You'll post right now. I'm at Applebee's drinking. 30 minutes later, you sitting in the car. Happen to be in Applebee's parking lot. Everybody pay attention to the scenery, flaunting your money, drugs, whatever it may be. Then 10 minutes later, you back in Applebee's. Okay, I'll be at Applebee's. If not, my brothers will. Hey, listen, that's what, you know what I'm saying?
Allegedly.
That's allegedly. Hey, listen.
Allegedly.
All that shit plays into effect. Like, social media and stunting for the public, like, that shit is for the birds. Because
But that's a big thing too. It is, but a lot of people know it's stunting. Because when you see somebody with all their money, if you really start looking at it, you're like, motherfucker, that's like $300, man.
I be counting. Hey, look,
Yeah.
I'm the one.
You
If
can't count
when
it.
you start spreading it,
That's a
I'm
10.
like,
Hold on, there's 10s in there.
And one thing about it, I know how to count. 520s is 100. So I'm glad. Hey, listen, I'm counting it.
Yeah.
Y'all are stupid.
But that's why that's somebody's paycheck. Then that's a big thing because ain't nobody really getting a bag.
That's the dope man.
You
money.
like, but even
Oh, it's people getting back.
I get.
Yeah.
I don't know if I call it a bag. There's people who got stacks, but I wouldn't say a bag.
And you know what? A bag.
I would say the
Let
bag
me
is
tell you
10,
something.
right?
I wanna tell you say a bag is 10.
Right.
I say a bag is when everything is taken care of and you got so much money to play with. It don't
Well,
have
we
to
call
be
it
10.
bags. The reason it come from bag is that's the rapper term where they give you 10,000 for a show, which is a
True.
bag. So you're like, yo, I got a bag. That's where that shit came from. It's because they had the stupid
But
fucking
see,
bags, and they're
when
like, oh,
I-
I need
when I
when I
apply-
get 10,000, I have to put it in my bag. I can't fit it in my
Right.
pockets.
When I apply shit like that to my life, I'm thinking rationally. I don't
Just
have
in
that
your-
bag because I didn't do that $10,000 show.
Right.
Nah, it's niggas out here though who will buy an ounce and selling dimes and be like, man, I'm getting this bag. Like, no, you not.
You're not
Right.
even hustling.
You-
You bought as much. You,
you
bought as
spent
much
what?
work
You
as
fucking
I
yourself.
bought on
From
personal use.
125 to 200 for this zip.
Or it's niggas,
If you selling it 10 to J, you ain't make but $80. Like, you not getting no bag, my nigga.
niggas buy weed
And I bought it wholesale for
Right.
you, so now you had to give it to me for it, dude.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, let me get the whole thing.
Right.
Should only be like 2, right? You like, damn it, you right.
Make $2,000-$3,000 a day.
Let me get it
Now
done.
you get
Yeah.
to
Right.
me, you getting it back. If you making anywhere from $1,500 to $3,000 a day, you getting it back. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Like on a bad day,
Oh.
you getting it back. You know what I'm saying?
We
Anything other
speaking
than
dope
that-
boy
It's,
time?
Dope, but no, cause working. If you
Just
go to
in my
work,
general,
because
yeah, I
you know
think
I
10 is
respect
a
the working
bag.
people too. So if you go to motherfucking work and you grind that shit 12 hours, you getting that bag.
I
like,
mean, you getting that bag.
I
I don't
get it.
care.
for a legit
If-
living, for a legit living. You know
On
what I'm
an
saying?
average citizen, I'm gonna speak for Fredericksburg. If you working, not selling drugs, nothing, and working, and get a paycheck every 2 weeks, and you got at least 5 to 1,000 to spend on whatever
After
you
you
want,
pay your
after
bills
you
and
pay your
shit,
bills, you get
get
that
that back.
back.
But
Yeah.
you gotta think
Yeah.
though, that's why I can never get a normal job is because I'll be like, yo, you work for 2 weeks, right? And they're like, yeah. And I'm like, how much is your check? And they're like, $815. And I'm like, for 2 weeks?
Yeah.
2 whole fucking weeks and you made
After
800?
taxes or before?
Even after tax, that's still not enough money to pay your fucking bills.
I mean, true.
You got
But that's
you worked your
normal.
ass off for
depend-
2 weeks for
it
$800
depends
bucks.
on how you living, because some people can make 8 and they living good because of how they bills is.
Or
Dude,
what
we
they're
run
doing.
those
It depends
shows.
on
We run
what they're
shows
doing too.
$50.
Because
But
we
if-
speak on it all the time. We're managers, and I feel underpaid. I'm gonna speak for myself.
Me too.
Like yeah, like so.
I go there.
I
You
go
know what I'm
run
saying?
shows.
Yeah.
We do $50 to set up, $50 an
I feel
hour.
like I'm looking
Through the thing
fuck,
at you, it's
yeah.
hilarious.
Are you looking?
I
through,
am looking
yeah.
through it at you because I think it's
Put your
hilarious.
fucking bar down.
Everybody see it? Let's
I
right through
need
like
it up
my
here
eye
because then I'm gonna
contact.
have to.
It's no. You turn this
Fuck it,
up.
I'ma just get. I'm a Michael Jackson.
Because I'm tired of looking
I'ma
through.
lean
I'm
in.
looking through Nick right here
Nah,
through
man.
this thing.
Now I'm on that. This that sit down. This how niggas sit when you in court and you know you're not guilty.
Oh.
You about to be that charge. You just be in that chair like that.
Right.
Or you know you going to jail. That's the
Nah,
double.
Yeah.
If you know you going to jail, you in that joint like. This that man, nigga.
Hey.
You ain't got shit on.
Speaking
man.
of
I
this,
wasn't sitting like that
I
when I,
wanted-
knew I was going to
I wanted
jail.
to bring this up too, which is mad funny because you know my brother.
Yeah.
My brother's doing background checks the other night. He fucking bought the little app to do the background checks. He was looking at his shit. He was like, damn. Fucking what? This is like 41 charges on here. And he's like, man, I didn't have all those. And he wasn't really talking to me. I see him going through them. He's like, assault? 2002. I didn't do that. Oh, yeah, I remember that. Yeah. And then he would make up reasons why I was okay. Like, oh, man, that shit was when I was in jail. That don't count. Like, I was already in jail when I got that charge. That doesn't count.
Hey, listen,
This
It
motherfucker
count.
told me
I
a
hate when they
street
run my
charge
background check.
He
and
ended-
jail
It's
really,
real.
really count.
It's real.
I'll give you the quote of the week. This motherfucker said, "Damn, yo, I got 12 felonies. Hey, that's why I don't even care about driving drunk, man." And I was like, "What the fuck kind of thinking is that?" Yeah,
That's irrational.
his last charge that he got was a DUI. Though that's why his last charge was a DUI. He's like,
Right.
"Man, I got fucking 12 felonies, bro. I ain't fucking care about drinking and driving." I was
Right.
like, "That's probably why you have 12 felonies." I
Yeah.
just want to bring that up to
He'll
begin
never
with.
get a
Like, it's
license. Right.
probably why you have 12 felonies is this. His charges are old though, which is why it's funny but it was like.
I just
It was
wanna
funny because
say-
hearing him go over assault. Man, I was in prison in 2002. That was an assault charge. Oh, escaping from federal custody. They still mad about that? And you're
Right.
like, what the fuck you mean they still mad about that? You ran out the courthouse and got away.
I
I
want to
got
go
a
back.
fucking gang ride charge and just
I
street
want,
shot.
yeah, I want to go back to how you sitting in court when you know you're going to jail.
Oh, you definitely ain't sitting
Hey,
like
look.
this.
Because my lawyer told me, I'm
You
going
look
to tell
nervous
you.
already.
Hey, look, my lawyer told me I'm getting 12 to 6 months. They gave me 8 suspended 4. So I was not sitting like that. Hey, look, I wanted to cuss. When that dude smacked his motherfucking lawyer, I wish I would have did it first.
That's my brother. He paid his restitution. They arrested his ass for not paying restitution for some shit like 5 years ago. Not now, like when this happened. And they were like, 5 years ago, you didn't pay restitution. So he paid the money and he went to court. And they're like, well, it took you so long. We think you should still go do 90 days. And in his mind, what he says to
That's
me
how
to
they
this
work.
day, the funniest thing that he ever says is the judge was trying to play me. I was like, what? He's like, oh, the judge gonna play me today? I'm like, if anybody in the world can play you, dog, it's gonna be a judge.
Right.
Like, the judge of a court is
Right.
the only person who can say whatever they want to you. You can't do nothing. Nah, not today. Oh, y'all want me to go to jail? Well, you gonna have to catch me.
Right.
He ran out the fucking courthouse, which is
I wish
connected
I
to
could.
the
I was
police
in them
station.
shackles.
Doom, doom.
I was in
Dipset.
that tan jumper
With the whites
with
underneath.
the white. And
The-
then
The
when-
shoulder hanging
Nah,
out.
look,
this
when,
side.
when you go to circuit court, right, and they doing your sentencing and shit, they give you a little
need
A
my
fake,
little nice
Zyrtec.
shirt.
little
Yeah.
fake little outfit. Something in the fake
Can
little
you
outfit
take
and shit.
Zyrtec with alcohol? Probably
So-
I
not.
don't even know what Zyrtec is.
My lawyer like, don't
Sure.
worry about it. Don't worry about
that'll
it.
just fuck
You
you
probably
up.
do 10 months. You probably do. Don't worry about it. You can take the plea. You probably gonna do 10 months.
I hate that
So I'm like,
bullshit.
all right, fuck it. I'll
Mean
take
10
the plea.
months.
10
Like,
months.
it's
I'll
nothing.
take the
Oh,
plea.
it's just 10 months.
Man, Judge Willis looked at me and said, Mr. Bina, I'm gonna give you 30 years. I said, like,
Damn.
immediate, like, just for one person to look
gotta
at a
share my
person and
story.
give
I'm
you
not
that type
30.
shit.
I'm
Like,
not even 30 right now. You just
Yeah.
gave me
I
more
was-
time than I've been
I
alive.
was 22
My
years
dick not
old.
gonna
I don't
work.
even
Look,
understand
my
what
dick
that
not gonna
means.
work.
Years old.
30 doesn't make sense to me at
30
22. You 30 what?
Hey, look, it doesn't it happens a little bit, but not often. But when that shit happens, it happens to bruh. But I swear to you, I was in the courtroom in the holding cell waiting to be seen by Judge Willis. Hey, listen, my lawyer told me 6 to 12 months guideline. Yeah.
Oh, so you knew you had to
You
do
know
at
what
least
his
6.
words were?
Huh.
Due to the fact, he said my name, Miss Such and Such, due to the fact that you wouldn't cooperate with my detectives, I'm sentencing you to 8 years with 4 suspended.
Oh, shit.
Yes.
Did you have to do
6
that?
to 12 months. I did 36 months because I
What?
did a TC program to drop some of my time.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Damn, they did old girl like that, too, which is... That's fucked up because she's dead, too, now.
Speaking
Which
of that,
sucks.
October 8th, 4 years home.
Yeah, man.
Doing
Welcome
good.
back,
That's
yo.
mine.
32
Hey,
is a minute.
listen.
Mine was
Look.
January 26th, but they came and locked my ass back up November 3rd.
Yeah.
I remember it's funny
But we
because...
I got out February 14th.
Hey, look. Either way, we celebrating because we don't get in trouble. We mind our business,
Then we get
and
back
we
together.
free.
One of the biggest lines, though, I remember on Fuck You Volume 1, one of the songs you have on there when you were like, they gave my brother Marvin 40, that's a long time. That line sticks in my head always about just, in general, because, you know, we got a lot of people. If people always say something stupid to me that I hate when they say, like, oh, you gonna save me. Like, we doing this music, we gonna get out this thing. And then you got, like, I'm like, dog, I got people like Bricks doing 52 years. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Hit me
like-
home.
Yeah.
Bricks is one of my biggest artists since day one. Like, motherfucker, I might not be able to save you.
And
Like, that's a long
But
fucking
like
time
they-
when you
Tell-
say that
like,
out loud.
They tell Brick because what they got to do? 10. Or
10,
like
but
that.
10 of
But they
50.
gave you 50.
10 is still a long time, but 50
So that means
like,
basically all that means is if your dick crooked when you piss,
I'm not even.
you're going back to jail. Like
But
that.
even like you going at 22, and Marvin, for example, got 40
There's a
years. He
storm.
was 18, right?
17. He wasn't even a grown man.
They gave him 40. This
he
motherfucker
actually-
got double the time he's been
actually
alive.
was turning 17.
Right, but he got
So,
double the time that
40
he's even
years.
been alive.
Yeah,
I haven't
and-
been alive for 2 times. I would have to be alive.
This would make it so much worse with his shit. First offender status. His guidelines, his max over his guidelines was only 22 years. His max. So he wasn't supposed to do no more than 20. Like you couldn't even sentence him no more than like 22 years.
Right.
Where the other 40? Like where did 40 come from out of
Right.
that? And like the judge said, man, I understand what your guidelines is. I'm gonna go over them and give you 40 years. Like what?
Right.
Like I'm 16 turning 17. You gave me 40 motherfucking years. Like
That's
that shit
my
is
life.
crazy. That shit
But
is
he doing
crazy.
them though. But he doing them
Oh
though.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Hey, look.
He
Shout out to
walking them
Desert
bitches
Storm.
down.
He doing them.
What he got? 13 left.
Hey, look.
Come on, walking them bitches down. Straight
That's
up.
a fact.
Just like shout out to T.
Shout out to T.
Come on, 16 motherfucking years. Like them numbers is insane.
I'll be 41 and 45, but guess what? We gonna party like we ain't never stopped before.
I can tell you one thing though. All the niggas that we really was around, like real life really was around, they gave us all them numbers. You know what I'm saying? Like OE done what? Almost 16 years. He did 4. He came home for what? 6 months. Went and did 4 more. Came home, did 6 months. Went and did 4
Right.
more. He was supposed to come home the beginning of this year. He about to do 2 more. He never
Probably,
made it
yeah.
home, so he did 6 on his last one.
Right.
So 4, 4, and 6. That's 14 years this nigga just did, and was home for a year out of 14 years. Like
If that.
that shit is crazy. And they wonder why these niggas are insane. This is why.
Right.
Like
No
it's-
rehabilitation, but
Yeah.
shout out to the real niggas that hold their ground
And they eating them
staying
joints.
solid.
They eating
and
them
they
joints.
eating them motherfuckers. Shout out to Marvin
Walking them
Desert
years
Storm.
down.
Shout out to it's OE baby. I need to sell a 80, my lady, cause I'm a 80s baby.
Yeah.
Hey, listen.
Yeah.
And shout out to T the Trap God. Ain't shit changed though. All right.
Yeah.
Everything gonna be everything.
But that nigga T said, man, these walls don't stop the work, nigga.
Right. We bigger than Nino
We
Brown.
bigger than this.
Allegedly.
Allegedly, yeah, allegedly.
Allegedly.
He used
But-
to tell me, man, Sauce, just chill. I'm gonna smoke this cigarette and I'm gonna finesse something.
Right.
Don't you worry about nothing.
Right.
Nigga. I'ma
Whether it
smoke
be
this
5
cigarette.
minutes later or a day
Yeah.
later, everything was
I'ma smoke the
everything.
cigarette. I'm gonna finesse something.
With that being said, all y'all young niggas or little Griselda Blancos out there, females too. Hey, look, be smart about whatever you do. Stack your bread.
yeah.
Hey, listen, regardless of what you do, stack your bread.
But you know, a lot of them, they look at like what's going on there. Everybody want to be fashionable. Everybody want to look good. Everybody want to be. I
Kevin
don't buy
Gates.
shit.
Kevin Gates. Hey, listen. Let me talk real quick. Kevin Gates said it best. Insecurities get covered up with designer fashion. But now that we working for our shit, yeah, we don't buy shit. We wear it over. What Rocco say? I wear it over. Hey, listen, that's real. Y'all stack y'all bread because you can have it all today and tomorrow.
That shit gone.
And guess who
Oh,
gonna be
you
right
gone,
there?
and that shit still there.
And guess who gonna be there? Nobody for real.
And then somebody gonna take the shit that you went out and got. So now you look dumb. You got all this shit. Cause once you gone, nigga, all your shit is gone.
Yeah.
If you think anybody gonna hold your motherfucking shit, the first time I went to prison, my right hand of God, dog, I had 72 pair of Jordans. Y'all do the math on how much Jordans cost. I had 72 motherfucking pair. I came home. A nigga took me to the store
That's at least 60
and bought
plus.
me some New Balances.
All right.
I don't want no motherfucking New Balances. You know what I'm saying? But I had to take them because I came home. I didn't have no money. I ain't had no nothing. You know what I'm saying?
I was so thankful.
That's
Like
a
you-
big thing when you have money and then you don't realize, like, because it doesn't matter. But it does.
Yeah.
I always tell people that, like, I don't do shit
It
for
does,
money.
because, hey, look.
Like, I won't do jobs just for money. Like, if
Yeah.
you want some shit, I'm like, man, you fucking trying to play me
Well,
or do something
you
stupid. I
can
ain't doing that shit for money.
You can do a job for
Fuck
money
you.
if you agree and stand by it.
No, no,
If-
I'm saying, like, if
yeah.
some, like, we're doing shows and shit. Sometimes people say this funny thing, like, well, if you can't do it, we'll get someone else to do it. You're like,
Okay,
well, fucking go get
that's
someone else
fine.
to do it. I don't have a help wanted sign
Yeah.
in my window.
Right.
Where there's nowhere on any of my Facebook, dude, I've been running business for 10 years. There is nowhere where you can hire me.
Yeah.
Hey, you have to know me. Like, I know Duck. He can call me. If if
Yeah.
he called me about somebody else, I might do it. But if you don't know me, I ain't got no fucking studio
Right.
time for sale. What are you talking about? Studio time for sale? Motherfucker, we run a label. This is not a fucking business for you just pay and
That's
you get
real.
to come
Hey,
here.
look, that's real, Nick.
Fuck
because
you.
I always
I
look
had-
at it like I don't lose money I
But
ain't
it's
never had.
better-
So
but-
if you telling me,
Or
oh, I'll
setting
get somebody else,
expectations.
or
But it's better to
I'll go
have
buy
it.
it from somebody else.
Yeah,
Okay, I
okay, that's
still have
fine.
it.
The only reason
Somebody's
I like
gonna
to
get
have
it. I don't
the only reason I
care.
like to have money, and it's more actually success. Success is more important than money because it's who you know. But also money, people respect you differently. Which is
That's
the
the
only
damn sure.
thing. That's what I'm like, dude. When you broke as shit, people fuck with you. But like, even like, last year when my niece was like, somebody said something funny to her at school, one of the boys and shit, and I showed up to the school and they're like, you can't have a meeting. I called the damn superintendent because I do shit on his campaign and shit. And I
Yeah.
was like, they called me back on a Friday. They was like, yo, I told him there's some people that you have to make phone calls back for, and I was like, more than having money, I was like, it's good to be baller. I was like, this should make me feel
Yeah,
baller because I'm like,
yeah.
people respect you.
really-
But money comes with that too. Like, if you broke and you can't do shit, some people don't respect you off of just like, oh,
Which
you don't
is
got
fucked up.
you don't got no money. Oh, you can't do what you need to do. And
I'm gonna say 80% of the world is like that,
Mhm.
but that other 20% be solid because we done slept in cars together.
yeah, I met a girl who said that
We
to me.
we done allegedly got it together. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know for a fact we could lose everything right now,
It's coming back.
and we walk out this door and be broke, and he gonna still be right there,
Yeah,
broke.
100%.
Yeah,
But
absolutely.
it's a lot of people though that once their money go, they leave with it. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
enough. But you know, I recorded your whole first album with everybody. Nobody paid for no studio time. You're like, I have the shit. Just come
But
by
see,
and let's
that-
try to make a bag.
That makes
Yeah,
you.
let's-
What I'm gonna
that-
ask you for
Hey,
some
look,
money for before we made any
but
money?
that
What the
makes
fuck are we
you
doing?
part of that 20%
Yeah.
because you see the potential
No,
in
but
this man.
he literally used to be like, man, I like the way you rap.
Yeah.
I want you to come in here and try to do some shit. I'm like, man, shit, you let me come over there and record over there. I'm
I
going.
got you.
I said, and
That's
once I
real,
start
'cause you
coming
seen
over
the
there,
potential,
I
and
guarantee
you felt
you,
it, yeah.
everybody's
And you
gonna
were
come.
solid,
Everybody
yeah.
came.
That's
the whole thing.
real.
It got
We
to the
could
point
sell
That's just
something.
like-
It got out of
I
control,
had-
dude. And
I
we was
had
recording
one
8
of my-
albums a day and
Yes,
shit.
I had one of my homegirls hit me. She be painting and shit. She needed money for canvases.
Right.
I didn't have it, but I gave it to her because I see the potential in her.
Right.
I know that her paintings are gonna sell.
Do you think?
But also, I don't set expectations. Even though I gave her the $150 to get her canvases, I didn't expect it back
Yeah, you might not make it.
because it might not happen.
It's
But at the
50-50.
same time, because I believed in her, that shit came back 10 times
Well,
full.
that-
But you know
that's-
how far that shit to go? Because once she take off, the first thing she
Yeah.
gonna think is, this will
This
never
one
happen.
person.
You
You
know what
gotta
I'm saying?
think
Yeah.
about it though, because I'll tell you a story about Def Jam. And my first artist that went to Def Jam was a kid named Ray. Ray came to me from the homeless shelter. He fucking was like, yo, somebody fucking put me in contact. He came through and I was like, he's like, yeah, man, I'm living at the shelter right now. I don't got no, like, my mom's going through some shit.
Madman, give people a chance.
And he was like, yo, I'm living in the shelter. And I was like,
that's one of the.
yo, you living in the shelter. I was like, man, if you can get to the studio, I'll record your projects for free. Like, you know what I mean? You already, you own it. So if you
Absolutely.
can get here, I'll record your shit for free. Let's do it. And then a couple months later, he ended up not being homeless after a while. So he got back on his feet and shit. We go to New York, fucking Ice-T's birthday party, Aquarius birthday bash down in fucking New York, Times Square. This motherfucker is mad. We're on like the 7th floor of this fucking hotel that is like some sort of club or some, I don't even know what the fuck to call it. Like, I've never seen anything like it before. Fucking ridiculous amount of people there. And he's mad because Ice-T's not sitting in the middle. Like, what he said to me was really funny. Ice-T should have been sitting in the middle, in a gold chair in the middle of the room or something. I didn't get to meet him. We weren't even there for that long. He's mad because his manager's not really talking to him at this point. You got this new manager. That was a thing too. As soon as he was like, "Oh, we're going to Def Jam," I talked to this new lady. She's gonna be my manager. I was like, "Damn, I've been doing all your shit." He's like, "Well, you're my producer," which ended up biting him in the ass because we were going on. He wanted to leave after like an hour of being at the party. I was like, "Dude, we haven't even been here to meet anybody. Like, that was the whole point of being here. Like, you gotta do all this shit." It's mad funny because his manager was looking for him on a video that they had where they're shooting a video with Ice-T, and they're like, "Where's Ray at?" And they're like, "This motherfucker wanted to go home." Good. He wanted to go home though. He's like, "We need to go back to the hotel," and I was like, "Man, fuck it then." I was like, "Man, whatever." We got the cab. This motherfucker's telling me like, "Yo, we should leave whenever I want to because this is my thing. I built this thing. This is my music and my stuff." And I was like, "Word," you know what I mean? And all I said, I was mad as shit that he said it, but I was like, "Word." And I was like, "Fuck it," you know. And the next morning, he was like, "Oh man, I'm sorry about that," and blah, blah. And I was like, "Yeah, but I gotta get like," I just hopped in the cab and went back to the fucking airport and flew home.
Like, at this point,
I already have artists.
Like,
I already have artists.
Now you have to pay.
No,
me.
you did it by yourself. Go to the Def Jam meeting by yourself. I skipped the Def Jam meeting and just flew the fuck home. I was like, "Yo, I have artists and fucking, D's in Orlando." I'm fucking like, I was like, "Man, what the fuck is this motherfucker talking about? You crazy?" And me and Bricks were still doing hella shows back then. I'm like, "Motherfucker, I got people who rock with me. Like, I'm out." And I was just like, "Man, something happened with my fam or something. I gotta go." He went to the meeting by himself, didn't get the deal. They called me. They were like, "Yo, you produced all this stuff?" Because he was like, "Oh, I'm his producer." They were like, "You produced all that album? They're like, we want you to come sign a deal with us as a producer deal. We have some projects we want you to work on and make beats for." Gave me the deal. He got a fucking 90-day deal. He had to make a hit within 90 days, like a record, because I didn't want to record with him anymore. And they hired me to sell beats. He's like, "Man, I can come back and come to the studio, right? Or we got to make some songs." They said I only got 90 days or I won't get a deal. I was like, "You said you did it by yourself. Go do it by yourself."
This mixtape that's coming out right now, it's called Blessings from Sin. They actually told me, they said, "Man, we're going to pick your beats.
Mm-hmm.
We only want you," they sent me 31 beats.
You going to do them all?
"We want you to go through these 31 beats, do 15 of them.
Okay.
Whatever 15 makes you feel good out of these 31 beats, you do 15.
That's where you got 31 from earlier. You're doing all of them.
We'll promote them. I've done the 31.
I know you have. That's why you mentioned that earlier. You're like, "Yeah, it's going to be like 31 songs," which is a random
But
number.
I said I'm going for 60.
Now
you know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So
I'm going to do these 31. I'm going to get 29 others.
They recently just emailed me, was like, "Well, send us the songs you did so we can mix and master them." I said, "All right, well, I haven't finished them yet.
Right.
Once I finish them, I'm going to send them all to you. Y'all mix and master them. Send them back and put it on there. They're going to pay for the promotion through Spin Run. They're going to pay for the whole shit."
Right.
So, like, that's just really going to be promoted. It's probably going to get more views than anything
telling people
I've ever did. You know what I'm saying?
Deals.
But what they don't know is I'm going to send it to them maybe like the 20th to give them 10 days. Because it's supposed to come out on the 31st.
Mm-hmm.
Give them 10, 11 days, do what they got to do. It's not going to take to mix and master. Like, you're not doing too much. But when I send it to them, how long
are the songs then?
I'm planning on having 60 fucking songs.
That's what I'm saying.
I want them to know, like, you send me 31 songs, tell me pick 15. I send you 60 back in a month. Know that I do this shit for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got me fucked up.
You're
like
an asshole of an artist though, because you're not thinking how you gonna send someone 30 songs?
I'm gonna send them 60 songs.
Hey, you gotta mix these in 10 days.
Do it.
You know how many minutes 60 songs is?
Listen,
60 songs at 3 minutes is gonna be 3 hours of music just to listen to before you even work on it.
I've sent them 7 songs once. Because matter of fact, like my Keep Playing, that's why that song sounds so good and shit. I've sent them 7 songs and they sent it back the next day, mix and master. So they can do it.
They can't. That's what I'm saying.
If you did 7 in one day,
60.
If you did 7 in one day, you can do 60 in 11.
I'm not doing fucking 60 songs in a day.
Listen, if you're gonna pay, if you're
that's
telling
a lie
me,
because I was doing that and you did do that shit to me too.
If you're gonna pay me, if you're gonna pay for it to be promoting all this shit. Guarantee you're gonna mix all them goddamn songs.
We were fucking doing like 8 or 9 songs a day.
And don't email me back like, "Well, let's just save these," because I told them this is my last mixtape I'm doing for this year.
Shit.
So don't
I guess
email
it is
me.
doable.
Yeah,
It's
don't
definitely
email me
doable.
back like, man, we could use half of these songs for another
We've
mixtape.
done
Fuck
it.
that. This shit gonna have. I'm pushing for 60.
I hit you with
I
that.
already got 31.
I hit you with that Jay-Z Guru shit. You're like, Guru, you gonna be spoiled. You gonna have to punch niggas shit. He's like, yo, I've been in there. We've
No.
done it before. You're like, I've done 8 songs in one day.
And y'all know, like I
You
said
should
before,
be able to do it.
I do like
You spoiled.
I do like 4 songs a day. I've
Right.
been doing 7 a day
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
and going to
number.
work
I know, right?
and then still being outside. Don't tell me what I can't. Don't send me 31 songs like, well, you know, I know it's gonna take you some time.
it's
Just pick
not.
15 songs. What? I did them 31 songs in 3 motherfucking days. Every goddamn beat. And some of the beats I ain't even goddamn like. I just did them anyway.
Mm-hmm.
This ain't even my style of rap. But I picked the style
I've
and just
never-
roll with the fucking
I've
punches.
never seen you not be able to write a
I'm
song.
taking it.
That is the
I'm
thing.
taking it.
No matter what feature, and that was the thing about the studio that I used to tell everybody was that don't fucking ask Duck to do your song with him. I was like, this motherfucker's going to write a verse right now. He's writing a verse over there. You know, everybody be headphones in and shit. There'd be somebody recording, somebody else, like 2 or 3 people with headphones on, just writing their own, the next song that we're about to record. Somebody's in the booth
I'm
right
writing
now.
everybody's shit.
They're like, hey, man, you want to get on this song?
Yep.
And then you'd be like, oh. And then just write this shit
Flip
while
the
they're in
page.
there. While they're in there. And then you come in, I'll be like, no, man, you don't want. I was like, yo, you know, I used to have to warn people about that. Like, yo, you don't
By
want.
the time they
Duck.
finish their verse, I got a verse for their song.
You don't
and
want.
I'm back to writing
shit.
my own
But it
album that I'm
also-
doing. Like,
You ridiculously have a thing about, like,
What are we talking about?
eating people on beats.
it's
Where
not,
you're like, yo,
it's not
my-
that I'm trying to eat them though.
but I
feel
know.
like if you put me on your song, I gotta always go to.
You
the
ask me,
max.
and you do, and that's why it's funny, because that's why I used to tell people, I'm like, dude, he's gonna write a verse. You've been writing this song for 3 weeks. This motherfucker, you just asked him to do this. He's gonna write a verse in 2 minutes that is gonna fucking make you not want to rap anymore.
Cause I me
And that's the whole
personally,
thing.
I look at it like
Man, tell him $5.
I can't.
I'm trying to buy the lotion. It helps with my eczema.
Okay.
I can't literally. I don't do it like to try to go over nobody or be better than nobody in a song. But I feel like
That's competition, dude.
you know
always.
how when like Jay-Z asked Eminem to get on that motherfucker.
Mhm.
And that was Eminem's song. Like it went from being Jay-Z's song on his
Jay-Z
album.
and Kanye do it. That's
But
what they
you
said. They
heard-
do it on purpose. If you ever listen to their features, they've talked about it before. Where they're like,
Send it
if
with the
Jay,
5.
if Jay asked Kanye to do a feature, Kanye's like, yo, I'm trying to like jump over his, like, I'm trying to go.
You have to.
Because I'm trying to go, and Jay said the same thing. He's like, if Kanye sends me a song that he wants me to get on, he was like, oh yeah, I'm trying to
I'm
murder.
confused.
The last
We're
thing I
talking
wanna,
about artists getting features.
the last thing I want to hear is, oh
Duck
damn,
featuring.
Sauce got on my song.
Yeah, and murdered me.
What I don't want to hear is, oh man,
We got no
he ain't
music.
really kill that shit like
You
so-
will never
like,
hear
Oh,
that because
right.
my brother has to dumb down his music sometimes.
Well, we were saying,
just the feature on
well,
it.
no, he used to, like, we had a summer, like, we call it the summer of Right Side a couple years ago, where we had everybody in the studio. As we're saying, like, people, like, you have headphones, and he'd be sitting on the other side of the studio with headphones on, writing his own song. There'd be other people with headphones on, writing. We're
don't
recording it.
write.
We're recording the song, and then they come in.
Goddamn.
I know. I was gonna say,
Back then.
Back
This is-
then,
yeah.
back then I
this
pull
is- I
that
don't
pad
know.
out
Alright.
quick.
He's just
I know,
writing
back
this
then
song
he
because
did.
everybody was making their music. There was 8 people in the studio.
Right.
So like, yo, my song is next. So you got headphones on. You writing your song real quick. So like, oh shit, whenever the booth is open, somebody's trying to jump in there. So everybody's like writing there, like, you know, shit, my shit's done. Hold on. Get my shit in. Get
like
my
I'm
shit
in
in.
school.
But I was saying he used to get people would ask him to do features, and I have to tell him not to get him to do features because this motherfucker would just write some shit down and
He's
murk
gonna
them.
slaughter you.
It would murk him, and it's not even about you.
Hey,
And
look,
it's not a diss track. It's not a thing.
I
You're just like,
never
damn,
knew-
that really fucking
I
stands
never
out heavy in
knew
the song.
that was the thing. And I'm going to put it in my own words. But I listened to a song. Bruh said, listen to this song real quick. I forgot which one it was because I ain't shit. But look, I
Damn,
listened
I was
to
about
it.
to say, this is a horrible
Hey,
story.
look, I know.
No details.
I ain't shit. I'm fucked up. Hey, shout out to the drink.
Zero
But listen,
details.
he said, listen to this, right?
No.
At the end, he said, what you think? I said, bruh, I feel like you kind of dumb yourself down
To get up.
to fit the song, which speaks creativity and everything. But at the same time, the crazy part that got me, because I've never seen that happen. The song was still good. He just had to get on the level of the artist. But the artist didn't even know. Like, obviously, you've listened to bruh music to want him on your song. But
Yeah.
then when you hear this, it's like duck sauce to featuring
And
just to be.
I know what you're talking about. And the artist hit me back and was like, "Oh my God, you went in on that shit." And I'm like,
Here's the thing.
not really.
I
could have
I
said
produce
so much
differently
more shit.
because I used to tell him to kill him.
Right.
That's
Yeah.
why I was
Yeah,
like, yo,
go
kill
in.
him. No,
Right.
kill him. No, who wants you to do it?
Yeah.
I told him
Yeah.
not to do it.
Nick used to be
Kill
like,
him.
But
"You
see,
want him,
one
oh,
thing
you
I
want
want
him
to
on
give,
there?"
Kill him.
one
Kill that
thing I
shit.
want to give
Yeah.
bruh
Kill
credit
him,
for
and then
is
fucking murder
some
him.
songs that get sent in. We was at work today.
We
From
made the
9
album called Fuck You. So
Yeah,
that goes where
from
our
9 to
mindset
3.
was.
We were at work today at Wingstop. Shout out to Wingstop. Fuck
Hey,
Wingstop.
oh, back to shouting
right,
it out.
but
Yeah,
fuck
that
Wingstop.
sponsor.
But
Yeah,
he
nah,
said,
manager jobs.
dude want to get on the song. He ain't agree. He listened to it. Blah blah blah. He said he won't get on it. Right. So I want to applaud you because before
I'da
you
got
so
on that bitch.
passionate about your music that you just gonna be like, fuck it, I want Duck Sauce to be heard everywhere. But this specific song, we were talking about it. We talked about it for
Yeah.
a good hour
'Cause-
because I said you could do it, but at the same time, this, and this is gonna. You got to look at it all the way around.
It's building
This-
reputation.
nah, this is the song is like it got a country feel to it, but the song is about being on the road, going
Touring,
doing shows.
yeah.
Like, what is your life like on the road doing shows?
And you
Right.
ain't been on
So
tour.
no, I got, you know what I'm saying.
I
Like,
know you've been on
so-
the road, but
So
allegedly.
I was just gonna put
Allegedly.
my experience of being on the road
again?
and then my experiences of doing shows and make it one thing. But he got another person to get on the song.
That did it first.
Yeah, he did his verse first, but I come in
What
first
was the order? Yeah,
on the
you,
verse.
then him,
The dude
then
come
the
in second, but the dude went to, and shout out to Jesus, but the dude went
straight Jesus.
holy
Oh,
moly,
gospel.
Like force
so
feed Jesus.
you're not gonna put me on this song where I'm gonna be on there talking about getting money,
fucking bitches.
fucking bitch. Like that's
Sure.
how I'ma talk.
He thanking God for all this, but at the same time,
But this dude is on the song talking about I had to find my path with God. You
You
not
ruined
gonna,
it.
yeah. So don't make me be the villain on this fucking song.
dude begged
You be the
him. Hey,
villain,
look,
you
Nick,
just ruined
Nick,
it. That's what
No,
dude,
ruined
listen.
it.
after-
I told the dude no.
No,
he
yeah.
begged
He
him.
begged me to still do it,
No.
He
and,
said-
and said, "Will you just not cuss?"
No.
No, because I'm even if I don't cuss,
That's
Hey,
part of
look,
the rules.
I'm still
But that's
gonna,
so much
I
growth.
know that because I work with him for his life.
Yeah.
And that's why we have this
That's
show.
so much growth because for bro to
Definitely.
be able to say no because he jumping on any and everything. So
Well,
for him to say no,
But you got
We
to
don't
I'd
change
be the
our
bad guy
shit.
on this.
Yeah.
and these
That's
people,
a
in,
big
and these
thing.
people in
but
uh,
see,
Illinois.
he not saying he's gonna change his shit. He could have jumped on the music and been the first verse
Nah, we
and went
don't-
in, and then the
we-
last verse is finishing up with go, you know,
We
go
do
on
not
and
falter
yeah.
on our morals. This motherfucker has always, since day one, been, this is what the fuck I do. This was, we called our album Fuck You. And I said that. I was like, yo, you can't call
I
this
know
album
that.
Fuck You. And he was like, yeah. I was like, because that's what you're telling everybody, basically. He's like,
I
fuck
know
you,
that.
I'm better than you. And
only
that's-
because it's felt experience. My
That's,
brother
but
told me
that
fuck
is
me.
feel
what
like-
the album name is called Fuck You.
Yeah.
You're not gonna curse.
And he
He's not gonna
stands
curse
by
in
it.
a song.
But I feel like, but no, it's not even. I could do a verse without cursing.
I know, but
But I
why?
just feel like I'm not gonna do this song, and then the next verse is this dude is positive,
Right.
and I'm coming. With
But
no,
it's-
I
it's
come
because-
with I come with no curse
Yeah,
words.
it doesn't. But at the same
I've
time,
done it. I don't care about
the
that.
you
dude, the
couldn't do
artist
it,
needs
so
to
why?
understand that he's coming on it 100% real. But because of the way the song is laid out, it looks like bruh's contradicting himself
Yeah.
because of how it is. So he's protecting his name and what he stands for.
Well, no shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what I'm
But
saying.
I wanna. That's why I keep saying I wanna applaud him because before he used to be like, all right, fuck the verse, fuck
Yep.
the chorus, I'm hopping on
I'm
it.
gonna get on this bitch,
Yeah,
and I'm gonna say fuck
yeah.
everything, and
But
you
at
come
the
on here
same
talking
time-
this Jesus shit too, and
It's-
and
it's-
I'm the last one recording,
Right.
so
It's
I'd
some-
have came
can
in
I
on
say
the,
something though?
Oh, yeah.
Off
You
the
better.
subject.
You You got.
Y'all know Summer
You
Walker?
got like 30
Real quick,
seconds.
Summer Walker, right? Her whole album. Shout out to her.
I don't know who that is.
All right,
but
well you gotta listen to it. Summer Walker,
send it
right?
to me.
She got a song
Oh, we're not
called.
even friends on Facebook. Are
We
we?
gonna. I don't have Facebook.
Oh man.
It's toxic. But listen, she got a song on her album called "Come Through." She covered, remix, whatever you want to call it, Usher song, and got him to feature on it to where he changed his whole words to the song. Hey, listen,
Usher has herpes.
I don't give a fuck. That nigga makes good music. I'm not fucking him.
Allegedly.
Hey, allegedly.
What we
Oh
got,
yeah,
man?
right. We're
We
over.
Yeah, what we got?
We're over.
Please
But
tell
she
me
wanted
you
to
heard
say
me
that.
when I said you got my title.
You want the title to be give people a chance?
Yes.
That sound good enough to me.
Because I was really digging on 60 songs on 31 beats.
Yeah,
All right.
Should that be the tagline?
Nah, give people a chance though. But you could tag it, yeah.
Yeah.
Talk about
Absolutely.
Tekashi 6ix9ine.
All of us count. If
We hit
if
some.
it wasn't for you, man, we wouldn't be here.
DuckSauce.com, Madman.
Hey, listen,
Lowercase.
Lady Pink,
Nah, I got
double I, double Y.
Drinking all this liquor.
Guys.
And we said we
DuckSauce.com.
weren't. Shout out to
Lady
Madman.
Pink is in the building.
Hey, look, can I buy the lotion or not? Y'all.
Oh, hey. Can
So
we
look-
do the outro real quick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do what y'all
Hey, we got DuckSauce.com. We got Lady Pink in the building, man. It was Right Side Radio. I'm Nick, as always, Madman. Lowercase is on the boards back there. We'll see you guys next Friday. It's Right Side
still
Radio,
got something to
FXBG, publicradio.com.